Hello, and welcome to another 5-minute book review where I change my hair so that maybe you think that I'm recording this not 5 minutes after I recorded the one of these you watched last week. I'm not so good at keeping that a secret, am I? Spoiler, recording this right after the one I did last week. Anyway, hi. I'm your host, John Hartness. I am a fantasy author, I am a publisher, I'm an editor, I'm a podcaster, and I'm an avid reader. And these 5-minute book reviews, none of which have yet been 5 minutes long, are designed to hold me accountable and make sure that I, as a writer, am reading enough. Because, one, it's fundamental. 2, knowing is half the battle. And 3, if you're going to write, you need to read. And I feel like if you're going to write in a genre, you need to read in that genre. I'll talk more about that in some of my writing life videos because that's not what we're here for, and I've only got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to talk to you about Harley, Merlin, and the Secret Coven. I might have mentioned last week that I'm a sucker for school stories. Anything that even smells like School for Gifted Youngsters, Harry Potter, X-Men, New Mutants, anything in that zip code, I'm going to at least give it a try. Magical Academy kind of stuff, I'm bonkers for and have been, 30 plus years probably, ever since I started. Ever since I was reading New Mutants back in the 80s. So this is another series of that same ilk. This is a little different. I feel like this book is what the new adult genre wanted to be when it started out, before it became just a lot of people having a lot of sex. Because new adult theoretically is that bridge period between YA and grown-up fiction. This is, college stories, college-age protagonists finding their way in the world with bigger, more adult problems than teenagers have, and less angst, more trauma. But what new adult quickly turned into was paranormal romance with a heavy dose of erotica, and I think that this series is more what science fiction and fantasy new adult could have been. It's top-end YA or lower-end adult fiction. The protagonist, Harley Smith, is 19. And she has telekinesis, and she's an empath, and she's got some other magical abilities that she keeps hidden. And then, suddenly, oh poop, there's monsters in the casino. She does explain away the fact that she's allowed to work in the casino even though she's too young. They got her a special dispensation, so at least they did handle that well. Oh, the series is by Bella Forrest. And I've never read any of their stuff before, but it's a name I've heard a lot. She's a huge name in the indie science fiction and fantasy genre. She sells a ton of books, but almost everything on Amazon and through Kindle Unlimited. So if you're not out there looking for these books on Amazon, you're not going to necessarily find them because there's not a ton of bookstore presence, I don't think. But it's a closed world magical system, and it starts off being closed to Harley. She doesn't know there's anybody else like her in the world. So when all of a sudden this dude shows up with fire shooting out of his hand, she's like, hey, I might not be alone here. And then it's a whole voyage of discovery, and it's a little tropey. The chosen one kind of thing, the mysterious parentage. Luke, I'm your father. No, wait, not that. Not yet, anyway. I've only just started book 2. The book flies. I probably finished this in 2 days. It's a super fast read. I really enjoyed it. The pace is quick. The characters are well developed enough. And since it is written in series, more and more is getting revealed. Like I said, I'm partway through book 2 now, and I'm getting little tidbits back and forth with other characters. She breadcrumbs little things that we know we want to come back to later. The whole thing's very well crafted. The characters are fun. It's very much a light, quick, entertaining read. Not saving the world with this book. This is pulpy, fun stuff. It is the science fiction fantasy equivalent of James Patterson novel. It's light reading. It's the kind of stuff I write, so of course I like it. The characters are fun. The headmaster guy kind of bugs me a little, but that's because she describes him as having a southern accent, and I can't for the life of me have him in my head as anything other than Dumbledore. So that's on me, not on the book. But yeah, definitely go check it out. Hang on, and I'll tell you how many are in the series currently. Or Harley Merlin series. Jeez, oh Pete. There's 16 books in this series. Sweet baby Jesus, Ricky Bobby. How old is this thing? Good Lord. She released the first one in August of last year, and now there's 16 books in the series. I'm guessing she had a bunch of them written before they came out. Yeah, so it's a big series, which it's in Kindle Unlimited, which makes it very economical to read. And that kind of quick churn and burn series is not unusual for a Kindle Unlimited series at all. Sorry, I'm just blown away by how many flippin' books are in this series. But it's good, so check it out. Harley, Merlin, and the Secret Coven. Yeah, it checks a lot of the same boxes that most of the Chosen One young adult fantasy magical academy books check. So if you like that, which I do, you will probably really dig Harley Merlin. So go check it out. And hey, if you like silly, hold that thought. I forgot to promote any of my stuff last week, so let's fix that. The True Confessions of Fandingo the Fantastical. Some of you may know that Fandingo the Fantastical is the bard that I play on the Authors and Dragons podcast. Well, the illustrious E.M. Kaplan joined forces with me to write Fandingo's origin story. And by joined forces, I mean she and I talked about it for about 10 minutes. She went off, wrote the book, and I get to keep part of the money because it's my D&D character, which is kind of awesome. But the book's fantastic. She really did a fantastic job of capturing what Fandango is all about, which, if you've listened to the podcast and it is not safe for work or really anything ever, you'll know exactly what Fandango is all about. So, check out Harley, Merlin, and the Secret Coven. Check out the True Confessions of Fandango the Fantastical. I'll be back with more soon. And until then, be good to one another. Okay?